what I'd like you to do is introduce yourself, say where you're from right now, what state you're in, and what you feel you know, how much you know. Before you do that, Jan, I hope you don't mind, I put your last name in there so everybody could see it. Okay. All right, so Maddie, would you please just start?
Yes, my name is Maddie Chef. I live in Pennsylvania. I live in a town called Swarthmore, Pennsylvania, right outside of Philadelphia. I studied Hebrew about 12 years ago with a member of a Hasidic group, and they were part of URA, which is an outreach program. And since I haven't used it, I don't remember very much, and I'm anxious to get better at Hebrew.
Okay, good. Okay. Sabina.
Okay, I'm in Riverdale, New York.
Oh, I know that very well.
Oh, I'm getting to know. We were in Brooklyn for the first 66 years of my life.
Okay.
We moved to Riverdale three years ago because we have a house in the Berkshires, and the commute just was time to downsize, and the commute's much easier up to Massachusetts from here than Brooklyn was. And it's Talmud Torah Hebrew. And like I was telling Ann, when I go to synagogue, I can follow a good reader. I can follow along, I can find my place, but it's decoding. It's not conversation like my daughter who went to Flatbush learned, functional Hebrew. But that's okay. I just want to be able to follow along, and I read in the English anyhow.
Okay. All right. Well, we are not going to learn Ulpan or conversational Hebrew. I will throw some words to you. I will give you the definitions of some words that, just so you get an idea of what the prayer is. But Ulpan is a whole other game there. So, okay. And you do read. All right. So I will tell you both that Geraldine Payne did drop out, whoever came on afterwards. She found it too difficult, wanted Edith and Jen and Judy to know. And Ruth Shapiro also dropped out because she really didn't need this class. She reads Hebrew. I couldn't figure out why she signed up for it. She may even be past the intermediate, so she's possibly going to do that. And maybe one or two of you might say, hey, I know more, and this isn't helping. I'm not learning. So I will totally understand if you decide to change your path. But if you are comfortable and you want to stay with this, you will. That'll be good. Okay. So as I said before, there's a couple of prayers that you really need to know by heart, that you just memorize that. One of them is the La'asok B'divrei. So let me see. I'm going to ask each of you to say it. And if you have some trouble, I'll help you. And I think most of you know it. It's the one for studying Torah. And we don't really need to say it before we do Hebrew. If we were studying any Psalms or any part of the Torah, we would. But I still think you should know it, and you should know it by heart. Here comes. So, Maddie, do you know this one?
No.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I do, but I'm not. I need.
Okay, I'll go on. Let me go on. Denise, do you remember it?
I remember some of it when we started with the bat mitzvah class.
Okay, so let me hear you, and I'll help you with it.
I need to read it. I didn't memorize it.
All right. Okay, I'm going to say it for all of you. I want you to hear it, and then I'm going to ask you to say it, because it's not the prayer. We don't normally read it, honestly. It's somewhere, it's before the Torah, but most of the time when you're in a class for Psalms or a class for Torah that you're in a class, they will just recite it. So it has the blessing formula, Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam. And then it has the mitzvah part, where you're doing the mitzvah. It's a good deed. Asher Kiddishanu, b'mitzvah tov v'tzivanu. Then it's la'asok b'divrei Torah.
Oh.
La'asok is to study, b'divrei, the words of Torah. Okay? So who wants to try it? Sheila, you know this one?
Well, I know up to the last three words, so you'll help me.
Go ahead.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzavenu
La'asok
la'asot divrei b'divrei Torah.
Right. Okay. You said a word. Asher Shana Mitzvah Tav Vitzivanu. It's Vitzivanu. Okay, Vitzivanu. And it's La'asok. There's a kuf at the end. There's a kuf at the end. La'asok
So
B'divrei Torah.
b'divrei Torah. La'asot b'divrei Torah.
Good, good. Judy, how about you?
Okay, Baruch atah Adonai
Oh, you frozen.
Eloheinu melech haolam asher. Oh, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asot divrei.
B'divrei. B'divrei. Divrei is words. Bi means in. Right. Go ahead.
B'divrei Torah.
Good, good. Jen, you know this? Okay,
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah.
you. Okay. Edith, let me hear you start. I'll help you with it.
Okay, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu le'asok divrei
La'asok. La'asok.
la'asok
Divrei Torah.
divrei Torah.
Good. You said Asher Kiddishana, the mitzvah tav. I think that's, say that part, Asher again. Asher Kiddishanu. Say that again.
Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav.
Go ahead. Finish.
Oh. I don't know if I could just pick up in the middle like that.
All right, start again. There was a word that I heard you mispronounce and I want to correct it and I can't remember which one. So just please, just
I
start
thought
again.
I was gonna be reading it. I didn't think I was gonna be.
That's okay. I want you all to learn this by rote. That's what I
Okay.
want. This is important. This is not
Okay,
one of your like I said, you don't normally read it. You
okay.
just say it. So start again.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu
That was it. Stop. It's Kiddishanu.
kiddishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu le'asok divrei
La'asok.
Torah. La'asok divrei Torah.
B'divrei.
Div,
Bi-
say that.
B'divrei.
B'divrei. B'divrei Torah.
Good, good. Okay. Denise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu. Now, is it la'asot with the T or a
Kuf. A kuf.
la'asot? Kuf, okay. La'asok b'divrei Torah.
Good, good. Okay. Sabina.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah.
Good, good. Are you reading from the email? I think.
No,
No,
I
okay.
wrote down,
Because I did give it to all of you. I sent it to you, so you can study it by reading it in that, okay? That's good. Maddie,
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav la'asok
Bidi, the mitzvah tav vitzivanu.
Oh, here it is.
b'tzivanu la'asok divrei Torah.
Bidivrei.
B'divrei.
Not be, bidivrei.
B'divrei Torah.
Good, yep, that's it.
Okay,
I
it's
just
like
found it on
the blessing
email.
over the candles on Friday night.
All right, so
Right.
we're gonna go on, each of you are gonna read. I've got 2, 5, okay. Let me see, 1, 2, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, gotcha. I'm counting on the screen, can you tell? Okay, so now we're gonna share and we're gonna start with all the prayers that I did send you. But I will tell you one thing first. Anytime you have a question about anything, please ask me. They actually didn't, but I thought about this. When you light candles, I don't know if how many of you light them regularly, and it's fine, but I grew up that you bring the light towards you 3 times. Okay. Now I say something particular when I do it. I say for the world, for the Jewish people, and for my family and friends. That's just how I do it. So I decided to look up and see why 3 was the amount. And there's 2 definitions or 2 reasons. The first was in the Jewish mystical tradition of Kabbalah. It's believed that the soul consists of 3 parts, with the highest being neshama, or your breath, the middle being ruach, or the wind or the spirit. I think you've heard them say that they have a lot of ruach, they have a lot of spirit. And the lowest being nefesh, which some people refer to nefesh as the soul, and this says repose. That's one reasoning. The other is that 3 signifies completeness and stability, as represented by the 3 patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the 3 pilgrimage festivals, Passover, Shavuot, and Sukkot. You'll find that for so many, when there are numbers that are repeated, for instance, like this, the 3, there's a reason. When the 7 has a lot of reasons. 7's a very popular number in Judaism. So is 10. So I always kind of like to give you some of the reasoning so that we know. But I'll tell you a funny story. I don't know how many of you know Ron Wolfson. Okay, so Ron Wolfson is an educator. He's gone to different synagogues. He's written books, and he came to the synagogue I was at, and he on a Pesach, and he gave a whole thing about how to talk about Pesach, how to observe Pesach, all this. But then he told us about this woman who was lighting Shabbat candles, and she's going like this, kakaka, kakaka, kakaka. And he says to her, "What are you doing?" And she says, "But that's how my mother did it. Kakaka, kakaka, kakaka." In those days, the women didn't know Hebrew, and they would hear it, but that's what she heard. So that's what she repeated. She passed it down to her son, her children, and Ron stopped it. He said, you need to make it worth something. It's bringing the light in, which is what we're doing. We're bringing the light into our lives when we bring those Shabbat candles, when we light them. So that's just a little ditty. All right, let's share. Let's work on these prayers. So we are going to put sound and share, and I'm going to do this one, Friday night. Where is this one? It's not the one. All right. So the Shehechianu blessing is another one you should know. I want to do that before we do anything else also. And can you all see it?
Yep.
Okay. So the Shehechianu is, you say it anytime there's something new, a special occasion, a first time for something. So I'm going to read it first. And then if anyone feels that they don't know it and they want to read it and get it, then we will do that way. It's Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Ha'olam Shehecheyanu V'kiyemanu V'higiyanu Lazman Hazeh.
Yeah.
Okay, so if just call out, because I don't have all of you on my screen when I share. So would anyone like to read it because they are not sure of it and they want to read it to get that more into them? Anybody?
I will.
Okay, go ahead.
Was that me or?
Oh, no, whoever, mute yourself if you're practicing with her. Just mute yourself, whoever you are. Go ahead.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu.
Okay, Shehecheyanu.
Shehecheyanu, I always get that wrong.
That's okay.
Vekimanu,
Kiyimanu.
Vekiyamanu, Vihigianu,
Good.
Lazman Haze.
Good, good. Yeah, it's kind of a lot of words there, but that was good. Anybody else?
I need to do it, but that CH and Shekiani, I'm not, that sound escapes me. I don't have a word that I can.
You mean the chet? The
Yeah,
chet?
yeah, that sound, I have not mastered it.
I have to tell you, if you haven't been saying it for a long time and you're just learning it, it is hard. It's a guttural sound. It comes from the like the back, almost like it's just terrible. But someone once said like you're spitting. You know, it's like so don't worry about it. Just try. Okay, so start in the beginning, Edith.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam shehechianu
Head.
V'kiyamanu
Good.
V'kiyamanu
Good.
V'higiyanu Lazam
Not. It's just lies.
Lazmav
Sheila, we hear you. You got to mute.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm
It's
so
okay.
sorry. I'm sorry. I thought I muted.
That's all right. Edith,
Lazmav
Lazman. There's a nun. Final nun. Lazman.
Lazman Hazeh.
Yes. Good. You did it. You did it. And you actually got the chaf in a couple places. So you got to just practice those. That's all. Okay. Sheila, did you want to read it? Got to unmute, dear.
Yeah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam shehechianu v'cha'imanu
Vikiyamanu.
v'ki'imanu
Not E. Vikiy. Yeah. Just hear the yeah.
v'kiyamanu
Good. Not ga.
v'higayanu
There's one dot.
v'higiyanu
Anu.
Anu Vikigi
Stop. Vihi.
oh, I'm sorry.
Say.
Vikigi Anu
Good.
Lazman Hazeh.
Excellent. Very good. Okay. Anybody else who hasn't said it, who wants to go over it? Okay. Sabina, you know this?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh.
Good. Okay, great. All right, everybody. So let's go now to the Friday night. All right. So Friday night blessings. And I need to make it a little bit bigger. Okay. All right. So I want you to ignore this transliteration. It does have it back down there. But this is for the candles, of which probably all of you or most of you know or have known. But let's just everyone say it so that we get it there. Judy, would you start, please?
Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu. Eloheinu.
It should be Heinu. Oh,
Yeah,
what one is this? Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav.
The mitzvotav.
B'mitzvotav.
Right.
Vitzivanu lahadlich. No.
Lahadlik.
Na.
That's a kuf. Lahadlik.
Shel Shabbat.
And this should be
Lahadlik. Oh boy. Can I
I
start again?
apologize. I saw this and this is not, I don't like what this is doing. It's nair. It should be 2 dots for air,
Like
for
nair,
nair.
yeah.
Not,
Okay.
no.
And this should
Right.
be, and this should be a
Bring it to
shin. The
shell.
dot should be
Mhm.
on the other side. I don't like this. I'm sorry.
Oh, the shell.
Shell.
With the
Shabbat.
Shabbat.
Shabbat. Wait a minute. Let me see if I have the other. Here,
Okay.
let me go with this one.
Mhm.
I
This one,
messed it up.
I think
There
this
you
is,
go.
that's okay, Judy. Let me get all of you up here so I can
Okay.
bigger. And,
Okay. Can I try
uh,
again?
okay, go ahead, Judy. Read these.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotah b'tziv. Oh boy, I know this. Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotah
Read it though. I want you to read it.
b'mitzvotah b'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Right, okay. Nair is a
It's
candle.
almost similar. It's almost similar to the blessing for Hanukkah for the first verse, really.
Right.
Right.
Well, actually Hanukkah came after Shabbat. So you're right.
but-
It's the
but I
same.
mean, it's
Yeah.
Hanukkah, Adlik Ner Shel Hanukkah, you know.
Right, right. Because Nair,
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotah b'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
very good. Eventually you all should know this by heart. But we're going to read. Okay, Sheila, let me hear you read it.
Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotenu
Tav, the
b'mitzvotanu
mitzvot tav.
I'm sorry. B'mitzvotov v'tziyanu
Vitzivanu. Vitzivanu.
v'tzivanu lahadlech ner
Leak, bahadlik.
lihadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Good, good. Okay. Maddie, you want to say
Okay.
it?
All right. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Oh, I lost it. That's not good.
We lost you. We hear you, but we
Oh,
don't
I
see you.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. It just. Oh, okay. Start again. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvato v'tzivanu
Vitzivanu.
lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Good, good. Okay. Edith, let's hear you. Let's see you read this.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu
Kiddushanu. Right? What's the next one?
b'mitzvotah
Good.
b'tzivanu lead
Lehad leak.
lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Good. Yep, that's it. Okay. Jen, you want to do this?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Okay. Let's see let's see if I can get, okay, Edith and Judy did, and Sabina.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotov v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Great. Okay, Denise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav Vitzivanu Lehadlik Ner Shel Shabbat.
Okay, did I miss anybody? Did I get everybody? Okay, good. All right, so that, let me move you all around my pictures here. Okay, so that's the blessing. Then there's the blessing over the children. I think I'll just, wait a minute, I'm going to ask you. Let me open it up and see. How many, my previous class said we don't have children anymore. They didn't bless them. So if you want to learn it, we can go over it without a problem. I think I sent to you all an English prayer for grandparents, if you are grandparents and you want to say a grandparent's prayer. But it's totally up to you all if you want to learn this. I also say something in English for my children when I do it. I don't say the Hebrew. I just feel for me and my kids, even though my daughter does speak Hebrew, she knows. But for my son and for my in-law children, for me to say it in the Hebrew, they don't know what I'm saying. So when I say a prayer for them, I say it in the English, and I say that I wish God to bless them and everything else. So would anybody like to learn the prayer for girls or boys over the children? Anybody? Doesn't sound like it. Okay. It's the kind of thing where I guess if we had started this when we all were just having children, it would have made sense. But now, and
Could you just read it? Could you just read it for us so we hear how it sounds? I mean, I could read a lot of it, but you say it properly.
sure. Okay, so I have one daughter. Yisimech Elohim Kisara Kirivka Kirachel Leah. So that's saying, may God bless our children who are like Sarah, like Rebecca, like Rachel, and like Leah. Like meaning L-I-K-E, they're like them. And it's for all of them, it's Yavarechecha Adonai V'yishmerecha Ya'er Adonai Panav Elecha V'hunecha Yisa Adonai Panav Elecha V'yasem Lecha Shalom.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Then this is the prayer for the blessing of the wine. And this is a, I think I have another one that's for Friday night prayer. It's, but let's do this one. This is, if you're saying this on Shabbat, then you would say the prayer starting here, and then we'll do the Friday night one afterwards. So, which I don't know if I'm going to like that one. All right. So, Sabina, let's read the first 3 lines. Unmute. Thank you. Good.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam divrei pri hagafem. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratza
Vanu.
Okay, let me go back. Asher kiddushanu mitzvotav v'ratza vanu.
Okay.
Shabbat.
Vishabbat.
Vishabbat kodesh.
Not V. Stop. Not V. Just
V.
V.
E.
No, not
E?
V. There's no E. It's 2 dots, which says you just hear like the sound of that letter. So it's
Shabbat.
Vishabbat. Stop.
Okay.
Vishabbat. Just
Okay.
Vishabbat.
Vishabbat.
Okay. And now this. Kadisho. Right. The dots at the top. Okay. I'm going to ask Denise. Okay. Denise, read these 2 lines where it says Be'ahava.
Okay. Be'ahava.
That's the vowel starting it.
Yeah. What is the vowel?
That vowel is an U. This is the U.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, so it's Uvaratsov.
Son. That was Uveratson. It's an N, none, not an N.
Uvaratson.
Good.
Hani.
One dot.
Heen.
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 Yeah. Heen.
Okay, stop. It's so interesting in Hebrew. Sometimes the two dots under it tells you to say the sound of the letter. Sometimes it blends with the letter in front of it. It's a matter of just learning it. There's no set rule. I have looked it up. So it's hin, chi, lanu.
Hin hilano.
Hin, chi.
Hin hilano.
Good.
Tebar.
That's one dot under there. One dot.
Tibaron.
C.
Z.
It's not actually C. I'm sorry. It's Z. It's a Zion. Z.
Okay. Zivaron.
No, that's a cough.
See that? I get that, and the B and the Zikaron.
I gotcha. Zikaron.
Lima. Ma. Asot. Lima sot. Lima asot.
Say. Lima say. This is a hey, so you don't really hear anything. That's two dots, right?
Bereshit.
Vireshit.
Vireshit.
Ray. You have to hear the A. Good.
Bereshit.
No. One dot.
Key.
Yes.
Key. Ho.
Who.
Ki who. Yom.
Good.
See, this is why I needed this class.
That's all right. That's why you're here. We're doing this.
Tehila.
Tehila. Yeah, that's a chet.
Lema.
Not ma. The one dot.
Lemich.
Lemik.
Okay. Lemikra.
And now this.
Lemikra. Yo.
Lemikra A. Two dots. Lemikra A.
Kidesh.
Kodesh. Right. Somebody has background there. If you could just
It's my grandson.
Oh, it's you? It's you, Denise. I'm sorry. Okay. I wanted to tell her something.
Sorry.
Okay. That's okay. So there was one thing here that I wanted to tell you, and I should have stopped you.
Kodesh.
Zikaron. Kodesh you got. Kodesh is fine. Always remember that chet. One dot is E. Two dots are A.
I know
Sabina.
that.
Okay, Sabina raised her hand. All right, wait 1 second. And let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've lost 2 people, I think. I'm not sure. But okay. All right. So Sabina, what was your question?
How do you know the difference when it's a bet or a vav?
A bet?
I'm trying to find the word again.
Oh,
That I thought it was a bet, but it's a vav.
No, a bet is with a dot in it. This is where my cursor is. It's a vet without the dot. It looks like that with a little tail on the end. It has a little tail. A vav is a line. Where's a vav?
It was in there.
just passed
Here it is.
Here, right here. B'mitzvo tav. This last one is a vav, so that's the vav.
The tav.
Right.
But,
So
and what's
it's
this one here in the next line? The second word.
this one, uveratzon. So that's a vet.
Right.
Okay. So we said that. Uveratzon.
So there's no
Uveratzon.
dot.
Correct.
It's a dot, it's a b. If there's no dot, it's a v.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I wasn't finding it on this.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay. I think I said that I think when I sent you the
Okay.
information, bet and
Maybe.
without a dot is a vet. The
Okay.
same as a cuff has the dot in it. Without the dot, it's a chaf. Okay. All right. Maddie, let me see where we are. Here, start from this line.
Wait,
Zecher.
I'm really gonna flunk, but where are we?
That's okay.
Is
Third.
it possible to enlarge the print?
I think so.
The plus, yes, try that.
All
Again,
right. So wait a minute. Wait a
oh,
minute.
now it's off
Wait.
the page.
I know. I have to get it on the page.
Okay,
Wait.
because
One
you can see,
sec. Let me see. I'm sorry. Woo.
There
It's
you
not.
go.
It's got to come
Okay.
down. Oh, wait a minute. Here it is. No, because
That's
it's
good.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
better.
That's it. Okay. I just have to move you all over. Okay. Here you
Okay.
go.
Where am I?
Zay,
Oh.
there, right here where my cursor is. Can you see my
I
cursor?
see it, yes.
Okay.
Zakor,
Zay, cher,
Zeker,
not care. Cher,
Zeker,
right?
Litseot.
Lee, it's a dot, one dot. Lee,
Oh, that dot is all right. Lee, Litsi, Litsot,
no, Litsi. You said it. Litsi.
Litsi, Maser.
What's what's this?
We're there. Oh, okay. Litsiot,
Good. Mm-hmm.
Mitziraim,
All right, so it's meets. It's meets.
Raim,
Yes. Rayim.
Mitzrayim,
Right. Meets Ryan. Everybody meets Ryan
It's
is
right.
Egypt.
Mitzrayim.
That's Egypt. Meets Ryan. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now it makes.
Ki,
Uh-huh.
ki, vacher, vachu,
Vanu.
vanu. Oh, okay. That, yeah, that is a, okay. Va,
Va. Just va.
va, wrote,
Char. Vachar. It's a chet with an a, and you hear the resh with it.
Okay.
Vachar ta.
va, vachar, ta,
Good.
vio,
The o.
vi, o, tanu.
Good. Okay. And then this, I'm going to ask you
yeah.
to read to this. So go ahead, read this.
Okay. Kadosh.
Key. Key. One dot.
Oh. One dot is key.
Right.
Key dash. A dash top.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Melech.
No, not Mela.
No.
Read it.
Mikol.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Hemaim.
All right. So that what's the vowel under that?
Oh, ha.
Yes.
Ha. A.
That's one. It's a line.
Oh, it's a line.
Huh?
Ma.
No, this is an ion. So you don't hear that,
it's
but
an
you hear
ion.
the vowel.
Oh, just
So,
about. This is
right.
ma. Oh,
Ha,
no.
ha,
Ha.
ha, ha, ah.
Ha. No, it's a T. T.
No,
Ha,
stop. This is a hey.
Ha.
Ha,
Okay. Ha.
ah.
Ah. Meme.
Yes, good. Okay. All right, Sheila, why don't you start from here?
Vishabat
Good.
Kadeshecha.
Okay, it's kadeshecha. It's kind of a
Kadeshecha.
good.
Be'ahava.
Good.
Uvar.
Uv.
So-
It says uv.
Uv. Ra. Son.
Good. Good. Edith, did you read yet?
Excuse me, not yet.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna have you do this last line.
Okay. Hing, Kal,
Good.
Tanu.
Yeah.
Baruch,
Mm-hmm.
Atah Adonai. Is that that's a flat line, Mikah?
Yes,
Okay. Mikadesh, Mikadesh.
right.
Okay. Hashatat, Hashabat.
Yes, yes. So Kadesh is a root. It's Kiddush. Kadesh means holy. It comes with a lot. It's in a lot of words that root of a kuf, a dalit, and a shin. Okay. I'm just
Can I ask a
looking.
question?
Yes.
And in the last word, why is there a dot in the middle of the shin?
In the last word, in the middle of the shin, it just is.
The last word.
You will find there's a dot in the dalit
Yeah,
too,
you'll
Yeah,
find
and the
the
dot
stray
in the shin.
dots.
And when I looked it up, there's no reason, no rhyme or reason. It doesn't really change it. It keeps it that way. So you just hear it and you have to, it could possibly, I think, Jen, you read Torah, truck, right?
A little, little.
Yeah. Does this, I think it might have something to do with the truck. I'm not sure, but I think it might. So, okay. All righty. Let me see. Judy,
Yeah.
you haven't read, have you? This one? So unmute and
Yes,
let's
okay. Where do you want
start.
me to start?
I want you to start at the top line and read those two lines, the top one and then the one there.
Yeah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam orei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
Go on,
Asher-
because that's, yeah, go ahead.
Asher kishano b'mitzvotah v'ratza vanu v'shabbat kadsho.
Good. Cut
Kadsho?
show. Cut show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kadsho.
Jen, you want to read here?
Sure. Be'ahava uvratzon hinkilanu zikaron lama asay verishit. Kihu yom tehila la mikrae
Not la.
kodesh.
Wait, it's not la, it's li.
Not la.
Right.
La mikrae kodesh.
Good, good. Okay. Everybody read, I think? Okay. We're gonna move on. Let me see what time it is. Oh, we started 7:30. Okay, so we got a little bit more time. It's a matter of practice. Get back to me later. If you feel you want to practice it again next week, we will do that. But it's a matter of you looking at it, and as we practice other things, all these others will become easier. Those letters, those vowels, that they'll all start to sink in, believe me, because as I keep correcting you, if you need it, then you'll get it with the next one. So let's go on to, I gotta see what this here is. Okay, this is the washing of the hands, which is a prayer that you also learn by rote. Whoops. And let me see if I can get this over here. Wait a minute. Okay. So this is another one you memorize. It's whenever you go to do hand washing, you do it before you do bread, before you do challah. Not everybody does the prayer for hand washing. I will tell you that. When my kids were in USY, they always did. Now I can't get them to, but I do on Shabbats, and my one granddaughter does it with me. So let's start with Denise. Let me hear you say the whole thing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al Yeah, I'll net neti, is that a T?
Yes, yes, it's a T.
Netila,
Lot.
netilat,
Good.
wait a minute. Yamin,
No. Ya, dai, yim.
Yadaim.
Okay. Yad is a hand or a finger, a pointer. Yadayim are your hands, both your hands. It says al natilat yadayim, upon washing the hands. That's what it's doing. Okay, Edith, let me hear you say this.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kedishanu
Good.
b'mitz ovanu b'mitzotanu
B'mitzvo
b'mitzot
tav. B'mitzvo tav. Let me hear it.
b'mitzvotav
Good.
that's a sound. Vizi,
Not a Zion, it's a tzaddik.
right.
Tzaddik.
Bits.
All right, stop. I'll help you. Vitzivanu.
Bitsy, gotcha. Bitsy Vanu,
Good,
is that it? All
good.
niti lot
Mhm.
yada yim.
Yadayim.
Yep.
Okay, say yadayim.
Yadayim.
Okay, good. Maddie, very good. Maddie, let's hear you.
Same thing.
Yep.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotov
Tav,
yad
mitzvot tav.
b'mitzvotov.
All right, it's b'mitzvot tav.
B'mitzvotov.
Okay,
Okay. It's
no, stop a minute, Maddie. This is a
Yeah.
vav. You hear
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
vitzivanu. Vitzivanu.
Vitzivanu.
Good.
Natilat.
That's right, look at it.
Yidam.
Ya,
Ya.
da,
Da.
yim.
Yadayim.
Right. That's the plural of hands, of hand. Yad, hand, yadayim. Okay. Let me see who else. Sabina, please read it.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al natila yadim.
Yadayim. Good. Okay. Sheila, did you read that?
No.
Okay, please do.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher
Ha'olam.
ha'olam asher kiddushanu
Okay.
b'mitzvanu. No. Mitzi ve.
Okay, stop. The mitzvot tav.
Oh.
That's okay.
Meets.
Meets.
Oh, the meets. Oh,
Vo.
tav. Mitzi vo tav.
Okay, stop. It's a mitzvah. It's the mitzvah of doing it. So it's the mitzvot tav.
Mitzvo tav.
Okay.
Vitzivanu.
Vanu.
Vitzivanu al Nemi,
Now, this is a
Lot.
tet,
oh,
the tet.
Vitia,
Ne, it's a nun and
Nun,
a tet.
Niti, Yalat,
You don't hear that yud. That yud's not
Okay.
there. It's netilat.
Nitilat, Nitilat,
Good.
Yado, Yad, I, D, Yadaim,
Yadayim.
Yadaim.
Good, good. Okay.
Sorry, I'll
Um,
practice.
That's okay. You're all doing good. Judy, please.
Okay, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al natilat yadayim.
Good. It's Vitsivanu. It's
Vitsivanu.
Vitsivanu. Yeah.
V'tzivanu natilat yadim.
Yadayim. Yadayim. Right. Good.
Yadayim.
Okay. Everybody, Ha'olam is the world.
Halam.
Okay.
Shir,
Jana, I don't see you on me. Are you still there?
I'm still here.
Good. I'm sorry. I only have 6 squares that pop up. So, if you'll read this, please.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al netilat yadayim.
Good. Okay, very good. All right, everyone. This is one that if you want to start doing hand washing before Challah on like Shabbat, then you just keep practicing it. And it's one of these kinds that you don't read it. It's generally, I mean, it's here, but you say it by memory. Okay. All right. So let me see. I'm sure you all know we'll read. This is over bread. So, let's see, Edith, read this for me, please.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Hamotzi lechem.
Chem.
I'm sorry, what?
Lechem. It's that chem.
Is that my sound? Lechem.
Yes, yes.
Mean rats.
Right. Okay. Just so you all know, we don't bless God for giving us bread. We bless God and thank him for giving us the opportunity to create wheat, lechem, min haaretz, from the ground. Haaretz. Haaretz is the land. And we make that bread, but he's given us the opportunity to plant that lechem. Okay. Let's see. Sabina, let me hear you say this one. You're muted, hon.
I got it. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Good. Okay, Sheila, please.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Good. Okay. It's ha'olam. Okay. I think you said
Ha'olam.
lam.
Ha'olam.
Lam. Good. Okay.
Ha'olam.
Denise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Thank you. Okay. Maddie.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Good. Okay. Judy.
Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Okay, Jen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
You. Okay. Did I forget anybody? I think I got you all. Like I said, I can't have everybody on the screen at the same time. All righty. What time is it? It's almost time, but let's see what this one is. Okay. When we have Shabbat in my house, even when it's just my husband and myself, my children do live in Florida near me. I'll explain that another time. But we always sing Shalom Aleichem when we sit down to the table. We actually are welcoming God, thanking God, bringing forth from God. It's all about the coming of it. So this is Shalom Aleichem, and I'm going to read the first stanza. I'll do it word by word for all of you because it's late. We're not going to go over it, but I'll read it so you can hear it. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharei, Malachei El Yom, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlochim Akadosh Baruch Hu. So in this prayer, the first two lines of it are different. The last two lines of each stanza is the same. Once you get the first two down, you've always got those Mi Melech Malachei Hamlochim. They're all that way. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlochim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. So let's see. Okay, let me just do one more thing. I'm going to tell you what it said. I can move my screen. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm not there. Whoops. Wrong way. Jose. Whoops. It's not giving. I'm going to bring it down then. Okay. So just to show you the prayer, that it's the first part is shalom, peace. The second one is ba'achem l'shalom, may you come in peace. The third one is barachuni l'shalom, peace. Bless me with peace. And zechem l'shalom is may your departure be in peace. So because we're starting our Shabbat, we always started hoping that it's in a peaceful way. I'm going to stop sharing so I can see all of you. Hello. So those are pretty much the prayers. We might move on and we might go over it briefly next time. I'll see how it is. If any of you want to email me back and tell me how you feel about some of it, if you think you want repetition, we can definitely do that. If I get even one of you says, please repeat, we'll repeat. So that's pretty much it for tonight. You all were great. I know it's got to be exhausting because I know when I do new things and I find myself a little bit frustrated sometimes, it's exhausting, but I am so glad that you're doing great. And it's just a matter of practice. Hebrew is not an easy language, believe me. And some of you have your vowels and sounds great. Others, you need to work on them. That's all. So just work on them. I've given you the sheets. Any questions or anything?
No. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And what we say now after Saturday is we say Shavua Tov. Have a good week.
Bye.